Yeah, let's do it. I would like to take the first portion of this segment to take a moment to drink in the salty tears of Yankees fans. Ah, tastes so good. Whenever any team can beat the Yankees in a series, you just have to savor the moment because they are the big bad wolf of baseball. Them and probably the Dodgers as well, but no one likes the Yankees. And the Toronto Blue Jays go in to the Bronx and steal a series 2-1. And a great game yesterday. I watched 90% of it. Vladdy with his first hashtag placata of the series of the season, just launching an opposite field home run. TJ Zoik, who got beat up by the Phillies in his last spring training start, comes in, gives a different look. He is a more traditional pitcher with the two-seamer who pitches to contact, as opposed to the new age baseball pitchers who pitch hard and they pitch nasty sliders and they just throw as hard as they can. Zoik is a little bit slower, but he goes for contact, induces weak contact, and we saw that. He goes 4 innings without giving up a run. Really solid effort from him. And then the Blue Jays behind him go the rest of the game, only give up 1 run really from Trent Thornton, having a bit of struggles in his first full inning of relief. But Alejandro Kirk behind the plate called a great game. Really proud of him because this is his first full MLB season that he's going to play outside of only ever playing high A ball before. And a lot of people excited about his bat, but he really needs to be able to have that calling ability and that defensive ability behind the plate as a catcher for him to really provide value to a team. You can't just hit if you're a catcher. You got to also be able to catch and call the game. And I guess I'll talk a little bit more about the Jays, but Julian Merriweather. I thought about writing a blog post about this, but sometimes everyone GMs actually know what they're doing. Believe it or not, they get paid to do this job and they actually do it well. And Ross Atkins trading Josh Donaldson a couple years ago, Julian Merriweather, a injury prone pitcher coming back in that deal. Fans not happy about the move at the time because, of course, Donaldson is a love of Blue Jays fans. He just was a fan favorite, provide a lot of energy, a lot of fun moments over the years. But they move off of him because it was his last year on his contract, and they pick up this prospect. And to start this season, Julian Merriweather, 2 innings, 2 saves, a ton of Ks. He just has wicked stuff, hits triple digits on the fastball, throws a wicked slider, and gets a changeup in there as well. All three of those pitches excellent, and really showing that the Jays actually probably won that trade. And while fans were not happy about the move when it happened, this is a kid who's going to really contribute to the Blue Jays winning this year, and really fantastic stuff. He looks to be our closer for now. They said at the beginning of the season that the Jays are kind of just going to pitch to leverage. They're not going to have a 7th-inning guy, an 8th-inning guy, a 9th-inning guy. They're just going to go with the best matchups against certain hitters and go with the guys who they trust the most in high leverage situations. And so far, that's been Julian Merriweather, and he's really responded well. His first 2 saves coming in Yankee Stadium, which is not an easy place to pitch. So congrats to him. Congrats to the Jays. They take that series and they move on to Arlington, Texas. And I already mentioned, we think it's going to be a packed house in Texas. So this will be an interesting series for them to see how they respond to the crowd. I think their game is at 4 o'clock today. So perfect day for me. I finish up school around 4. Then I get to watch the Blue Jays game, and then I get to go right into March Madness. Does it get any better than that? All right. So cheers to the Jays. We move into other news around the league. Yerman Mercedes, who only had ever had 1 major league at bat prior to this season, gets into the lineup because White Sox star Eloy Jimenez out with an injury. And this kid Mercedes, who no one had ever heard of, starts his MLB career going 8 for 8. His first game, he gets 5 hits, goes 5 for 5, and then starts out his second game with 3 hits. So 8 for 8 to start, eventually flies out to Mike Trout in his 9th at bat, but a really fun, exciting start to the season for him. And this White Sox lineup, man, I'm telling you, a lot of injuries already in the season for them, which isn't great, but they still have a bunch of people who can mash. And that is why I had them going pretty deep in the postseason. But just an exciting start for the kid. He's 28 years old as a rookie, which is more common in baseball than you might think because of how long the development timeline is on some of these guys. But yeah, congrats to him. That's a great start. And he had as many hits in his first two games as the entire Atlanta Braves team did in their first two games, as the Philadelphia Phillies just dominated them in a 3-game sweep of great pitching from the Phillies. But yeah, Braves need to get going quickly because that's 3 games that you lose to a division rival.